Hi, this is Summer with Summer's Tips and Stitches, and I'm filming the other way this time. Pardon me. This video was brought up, I wish I remembered the gal's name. I want to say it was like Mila, maybe not. Anyway, a gal in my Facebook group was like, hey Summer, can you let me know how your granny square project's going? And here, just one sec. Hey Maddie, see, this is what's going on here. I'm about to make a video and I have two children over there, one over there, with their headphones, watching videos or something. And every once in a while, one of them will laugh because they can't hear me. Jared probably doesn't even know I'm down here. But anyway, this whole video is I decided is based on her asking me how my whip is, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to be truthful down here, and I'm going to dig out every whip that I have going on, and I'm going to pull it out, and then I'm going to talk about my commitment here. Okay, so let's start with you should see what I have here. Okay, I'm going to move that here. Let's start with what she was asking me about. Here is the granny blanket. So how this whip came about is I was doing, let's see if I can find it, these mitts from Sarah Jane, and I decided that I really loved that granny square that she has there, so I decided to make a whole bunch of granny squares. So I made some in this teal color, I made some in this aqua blue or this blue color, and then I made some with this variegated red heart wildflower. Do you see how the three of them go together? And then I'm going to sew them all together and make a blanket. So right now in this bag I have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, a little bit of extra of that, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, and 25 squares. Holy cats, that's a lot, huh? So what I need to do, I think, as I'm digging around here in this, I ran out of the wildflower. So I think I'm going to, I got 25 squares. I guess that's what I have to decide. I can do 5 rows of 5, and then I could start sewing together with this, whip stitching them together. Also, in fact, I will put a link in the description to a video I made a really long time ago when I was talking about the Adirondack wraps. And you basically use an old-fashioned crochet hook, you know, the kind that don't have the ergonomic handles. And it's a way to move it in and out to crochet. Here, just one second. Okay, I just had to let Jer know that I was making a video. So anyway, I'll put a link in the description. It's like a seamless, it's kind of like in between a whip stitch and a single crochet, but it's a way to use your hook and crochet still connected to the ball, your end together, without having that ridge that the single crochet has, and without using a whip stitch where you have to cut a length of yarn and like whip it together. So I'm probably going to join using that method. Currently I do have 25 skeins, and I mean that's not going to be a huge blanket, but I could stop now and just have a little lap throw or donate to Christ Child Society for a blanket. So that is whip number 1. I also found a pair of scissors, so I'll tuck that back in this bag. This is my cute llama bag that I won this bag from the Proper Pineapple. I don't know if you remember, she had a birthday cowl, and she had you submit a picture of your project, and I did it on Instagram, and I won. And so I got some yarn in this cute bag. So that's whip number 1 that I have in here. Whip number 2 is nearly done. It's just pure laziness that I haven't finished it. And that is my scarf from Knit Crate using the chainette yarn. It really, honestly, I just need a few more rows. I'm not going to add fringe and it will be done. So really I should just buckle down on this one and finish it out. In here I also have the ferrule hook that I got from my swap partner Cindy. For some reason, some clear coat nail polish. And then one of these super cute crochet bags that I got from Sarah Jane. In here are a bunch of Clover Amours. One of my big purple ones, my 4.5, and my 5. So I'm happy that I have located those. Do you all do that where you like crochet something and you end up leaving your hook in your bag? And then you're like, oh, I can't find them. Where's my hook? And then you're like, well, I'm going to have to go to the store and buy another. I do that all the time, which is how I've ended up with 3 Clover More H's. Okay, so in here, besides, for some reason, all of my trimmings, you guys are plagued with those too, aren't you? When you're finishing something. I'm going to make a little trash pile right here. And then here also, apparently, I have quite a lot of finishing needles. Apparently I've decided to hoard them in this little case, which is fine. And then I have 2 of Sarah Jane's polymer clay, which I think these are, and if I count the one that I got in my last Crochet Society box, I have 3 of her hooks now. I love the look of them. They're adorable, but they're just not the way I crochet. But anyway, for now, I'll just save them in here. Put them in my little stash up there. Okay, so that's whip number 2. This honestly should literally take me 30 minutes if I buckle down and finish it. And this bag came from Random Randy's Ramblings. She has an Etsy shop, and she made this bag, and I bought it like 2 years ago. Also, it's Christmas llamas. Okay, so bag number 3. I made this bag myself. I don't know, this isn't one of my favorite things. I broke it. I need to re-sew this handle on. But I was so excited because I sewed a lining and a zipper in this bag all by myself. Now, what is in this bag? I started making an octopus with some cotton, a variegated cotton. This is probably like Walmart's version. And apparently a significant amount of stuffing, even though I'm almost done with its head. All I have to do is finish his head and make some tentacles. This also, if I just buckle down, would be like a 5-minute project. We'll put a little more stuffing in here to finish his head. I'll put that back in my stuffing bag. So that's whip number 3. Now my next whip is not in a bag. So I started making this, one of my coworkers from when I worked at Christian Community Child Care Center wanted me to make this Noir Wall for her daughter's birthday, and I started it. Here it is. I bought a ton of this yarn. She bought the pattern. I did 1 fin. I'm about to start the 2nd fin, and then what do I have to add? Like maybe a horn. It's not as full as I would like. It really works up quite quickly. I'll put a link in the description to the pattern. And I'm using some kind of a cotton cake from Hobby Lobby that has sparkle in it. The reason that I kind of got frustrated with it and didn't finish is that the color change is too long. So it's like half blue, half purple, and I wasn't really liking that. I also bought some white sparkle, I think, to do the horn. So poor Kelly, she's been waiting for this Noir Wall. She's such a kind soul. She hasn't nagged me once, not even once. And what? This is January, and she wanted this Noir Wall in October. This is going to be far longer to finish than I thought. So this one will not take a half hour. This one would take a full Saturday of me focusing. And then I need to make another one because whenever I do amigurumi, my first one is questionable in its cuteness. And then the second one is always the best. Okay, so over here, I have, for some reason, just started a baby hat and then never did anything with it. I just shoved it in here. This is Karen Simply Soft. Ooh, look at this. I found another needle. I'm going to put this in here since I had a bunch in there. And then I will keep track of those better. I really, honestly, this would take me 10 minutes. So after I make this video, I need to finish that hat. Then this is actually a really exciting project. I don't know why I stopped. So I bought a whole bunch of this Happy. I love this colorway. This is Mandala Ombre colorway Happy. I love it. And I had made a hat. It's all tucked under here. One of those rainbow ripple baby blanket, a couple hats, maybe one sweater, and then I was gonna make a little monster to go with it, a little amigurumi toy. So here's the body of the monster. Here is 1 foot. So I was gonna sew 2 little feet on here. This is what the foot's looking like. Let's get it over here so you can see. It's just a little sack. I was gonna put a little stuffing in there and stick it off the bottom. So I have 1 foot done. I have 2 ears. Maybe I can put them like this so you could see. I was going to sew his ears on there. I thought I also, oh, here. And then I was thinking about making him a one-eyed monster. But then I thought it kind of looked like a nose. So this is going to be his nose. Here, you know what? While I'm talking to you, I'm going to pin it on here so you guys can see what he looks like. So this is going to be his nose. I'm going to have to give him some eyeballs. I don't know what kind of eyeballs I'm going to give him yet. This is actually a little tip here for you folks. When you are making amigurumi, I feel like the hardest part is getting their body parts on. It's the part I mess up the most. If you watch my previous videos, you will know that I have a thinking pig because somehow I sewed his legs on crooked. And that's just, what did I make amigurumi last? Oh, my trolls. So anyway, all that rambling to tell you, take these little stick pins and pin your parts on. Do you see that? And then it will help you for placement. Now, if you look right now, his nose should move over a little bit. But anyway, here's his ears. There's his nose. It's a little late for me to put safety eyes in there, unless I super glue them. And then here's 1 foot. So I have to do 1 more foot. I have to give this guy some arms. I have to sew all of this shenanigans on. And then, yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Oh, and then I have to figure out what I'm going to do about eyes, because I didn't put safety eyes on there. Let's give you my close. So that's going to be like my little creature that a little monster, a friendly monster. I don't know. So that is whip number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Whip number 6. I don't have a bag. And then I have 1 full of these extra. So I got to figure this guy out. Honestly, this also should probably take no more than an hour, right? Making another foot, make 2 arms, figure out what I'm going to do about eyeballs, and then sew his parts on. The other really cool thing that I did, can you hear that? In the bottom of this little creature, I put a little plastic baggie of rice to kind of give it a firm sitting. Maybe I should give it a tail too, like a pigtail, one of those curly cues. Okay, so you just heard which whip number that is. I forgot already. Putting that over there. I have more. I do, unfortunately, have more. Okay, so what else I have over here for a whip? This, I need to finish this. This is my Madeline sweater. I don't know if you, look at all the goodies in the bottom of here. This one I carried around for quite a bit. I love this. Apparently I have extra yarn for the Noir Wall in here. I have some extra pink of something. I'm not sure why I have that in there. I have some of this extra, it goes right back here. Okay, that's in there. I have this really cute tape measure that someone gave me. a pair of sunglasses. Good. Glad I've got those in there. Some ball bands. I love this yarn. Got that in here. Ooh, you know what else I just found in the bottom of this whip bag? A nice pair of pink scissors, Westcotts. Got those in the bottom of this bag. So far I'm up to 2 pairs of scissors. Some more of this variegated glittery cotton that's supposed to go with the Noir Wall. Got that shoved in there. A hair tie. And a marker. Okay. Now, for some reason, I do not have the pattern here. Oh, I'm just going to hang this on my yarn winder. That was a happy accident. So what I've done here, apparently, is I have 1 full panel of the Madeline sweater done. This is the back. You guys, I need to finish this because this would look super cute for this winter. And here is a partial of the front panel. So I need to finish the front panel. And then after I finish the front panel, which is 2/3 of the way done, I just need to make sleeves. And then I'm done. And the sleeves, the sleeves I need to finish, if I recall, like the way Angela did from Angela Crochet Art. Because I've made the sweater before and I made it with cotton. And for those of you that have this going on down here, the sleeves are a little narrow. And it's a little tight and the cotton is not as forgiving. This, I want to say Linda mailed me to make a Madeline sweater with. So that is what, this is like 2/3 of the way, just over half, because I have to do the sleeves. I have to sew the sleeves together. I have to sew the front and the back together. Finish the front, sew it together. And then finally, so this is whip number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, my friends, I'm up to 7. And a full skein of yarn. That was happy. A glob of stuffing still, and an assortment of trash. My last whip, which I had been working on most of the day, you guys don't even know I started it. Because what I've been doing is filming during this Christmas break a bunch of videos. And I've been stockpiling them so that I will release them as January goes along, because I want to be a little bit more consistent in getting videos out to you guys. And working full-time teaching 2nd grade is really tapped into my free time. So I actually made a video about this. By the time you see this, it would have been like a week or 2 ago. But anyway, I am working on a Free Your Fade. Hopefully I'll release this video after I release the Free Your Fade video. So then you would be like, oh, Summer, we already know about that. And so I've started knitting. I did a little bit of a video to kind of talk to you guys about the yarn and the pattern and the needles. So if you wanted to do one, you could go out and get the stuff. But I'm knitting this, and I'm going to tell you what, I am a much faster knitter than I was the last time I did a project. So I'm very happy about that. So I've been knitting, and this is my last whip. Now, I actually have one more, but it's upstairs and I did not bring it down. And many of you who are in my Facebook group know that this Christmas break, I tried to finish my Bernat Blanket Extra blanket that my husband requested for our king size bed. I will do a full video on that, but what happened is I was working like a mad woman for 2 days on it during Christmas break, and I ran out of yarn. And over here in Oahkosh, Hobby Lobby has a variation of the Bernat Blanket Extra, but it's not exactly the same. And I currently had been buying my yarn at Joann's, and that's where we have to buy yarn besides Walmart. So I went to Joann's, golly, it's probably like a week ago now, and they were out of the Bernat Blanket Extra. So she had a special order, 4 of them. Luckily, she let me use my coupons that I had that day, which was 50% off of one regular priced item. I had a 10% off coupon. So she let me use those coupons. I should take these out. There's no sun here. And I'm waiting for the yarn to come in. Apparently it's taking a very long time. It's been a week now. She said it could take up to 2 weeks. So that whip is still waiting. And right now it's folded and it's put in a chair. We have like an easy chair or a sitting chair, I don't know, in our bedroom. And right now it's folded up on there. I will do a full video on that. So those of you who are wondering how big it is, if you want to check it out, I do have pictures of it in my Facebook group, not a page, a group, Summer's Tips and Stitches. And I will give you the number, how many chains I made and how many rows I crocheted. But we have I want to say a continental king size bed, if that's what it's called. It means it's wider than it's this way, longer. So my husband wanted the blanket to go all the way down and drape almost not 2 feet, maybe 2 feet on the side of the bed. So when I had finished, it was it didn't go all the way. Now to me, it enveloped me by like 3, but because my husband's 6'4", he wanted a little bit more added to, you know, technically be his head to toe area. Whoa. I just leaned on my thing and flipped a whip. So I will do a full video on that for you guys. Now, I'm quite sure that many of you may like to make that blanket, but you probably don't need it as big as I have. I mean, the fact of the matter is when you are a bigger person, not even longer, but a little chunkier, when you roll over, your body is bigger and it pulls the blankets over than if you're a real small person. And so I made this to be extra big. It's extra big for my king size bed. Now, John so kindly pointed out washing it is going to be a problem. My best answer to that is that when I have to wash this blanket, I'm going to have to take it to like a laundromat and use like a triple loader. Hopefully it fits in there. Other than that, we're just going to have to be extra careful and tidy with using that blanket, right? So this is my whip blanket, or my whip video. Yeah, those are the whips I have going on. I think I'm like at 8 or 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ugh. Now, my pledge to you, before I start another whip, I will finish these. Some of these aren't going to take that long. Like the octopus and this baby hat and the Madeline sweater. I mean, really, honestly, if I focused today, I could finish all of these, most of these whips. I'm very much feeling like I love this. And then I need somebody in my family to have a baby so that I can give them the hats, the sweater, the blanket, and the toy. And believe it or not, with 4 siblings on my side of the family, and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on my husband's side. Yes, that's true. To be fair, he has 2 sets of steps. 2 stepbrothers from one side, 2 stepbrothers from another side. You would think that out of all of those siblings that somebody is having a baby, and the answer is no. None of them are. All right, so this is my whip video. Oh, I love it. I'm going to pledge that by the end of the month, I've cut this in half. And you can hold me to that. Double check. Summer, are you working on your whips? And I will say yes, because I will do that. All right, folks, that's my whip video. Thanks for watching and subscribing. Thanks for liking and sharing my video. And until then, you want happy crafting.
Bye.
Bye.
Happy crafting. Bye.